What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and you guys have been going crazy with these questions. You want to know, like, what's the plan? What cards should we be going after for free? Should we start getting rid of cards right now? Should we start to pay for cards that are actively in the auction house with what we know that's coming, like the Denzel Ward, the Deion Sanders? So, because you guys are so, I don't know, you guys are very, very excited. It looks like you're like, yo, bro, I got to get some of these cards. What are the things you guys want to know? Like, you're very, very interested in knowing what I think about it, which is something that I truly appreciate. Because a lot of you guys are like, yo, I got to make the move, but yo, do you co-sign it though? You know what I'm saying? So look, this is what we're going to talk about right now. We're gonna specifically focus on Denzel Ward, right? Because he's probably going to make the squad, and you guys all know why. If you guys write why in the comments and you're correct, I am going to love that comment. Tell me why Denzel Ward is a must-have on the squad. Just write it down there, and if you're right, I'm gonna love the comment. There's no ifs, ands, or butt cheeks about it. If you guys are right, I'm loving the comment. All right, so pretty much we've been going through some things, and we know everybody that's been watching the videos know what those things are. Now remember what I told you guys earlier. This card was $225, and I told you guys, I said, listen, we're not buying it right now because the chances of his card staying at that level would make no sense because we're still so early in the ultimate legend aspect of the game. So they're going to release corners that are going to be OP. They're going to do that. So there's really no reason to actually spend money on this card right now. There are obviously many of you guys that have been watching my gameplay. You guys know, and my informative videos, you guys have been able to see. Bruh, a lot of us are just making out like bandits. We're using power-up passes where they're supposed to be. This guy, by the way, couldn't hit stick, a dead cockroach with a 66. But that's not what we're worried about. His press is going to be chemmed up to probably a 98. And he's going to have similar speed to Night Train, so, that'll be fine. But anyway, I think for us right now, should we get Denzel Ward for free using the 96 overall power pass? He's going to, look, we're going to get him. We're definitely going to get him. I just don't know exactly, what is his value as far as, like, some of you guys gave some suggestions like, yo, why don't you, power down Saquon, get half that, take back half the training and then have to put the other half back on, take that out and get it for the lesser price. It's because of this right here. You see, if we waited out a little bit, that 198, the person that bought that, they're preparing themselves for what's coming. And that's what I'm trying to do for all of us right now. How we're going to be prepared for this, because he's probably going to help us to win a decent amount of games, without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy right here is going to be putting in work. Because you're going to be able to get away with the foolishness that goes on in the game by pressing players and not having anything be done about it. So what is the value of that? Now, remember what we did before. We spoke about Saquon Barkley, and we were talking about it like in depth. Like, okay, Saquon, his 91 or whatever it was a lot cheaper. It was like in the 160 ranges. Okay, so I spelled his name wrong. I'm like, why is it nothing? But it's the U before the O. That's why. All right, yeah, Hooked on Phonics worked for me. Like, bro, what am I spelling out there? All right, so look, so now when we go over to his card, the 91 is at 175. It's not that big of a deal, but you see, like, the 93s are very, very cheap. It's very, very interesting when you start to analyze what's really going on, because right now, if we're gonna keep Saquon for a little bit, the 175 as opposed to like the 198, like, it's nickel and dimes, because you got to remember, you got to pay a 10% tax. So are you really gaining anything? The beautiful thing about everything, though, is that we really make the move to just rage sell Saquon and just say, you know what, we out. Because that'll be a bold move. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be so bold, because if we end up getting another ultimate legend that's also a running back, which I don't really think would make sense because we just got Eric Dickerson. If that were to happen where they released another running back, maybe a combine guy that's super fast, it would make sense to get rid of him now. The problem is, who are we going to use temporarily? Now, we could just use the Bo Jackson and, see what goes from there. Like, we could just use the Bo Jackson because we have his 95 nat and just have him go in there, because he's also another 99 speed that we don't need chems on, and we all know that. So that's something that we could do and get the 469. And then look, this is what would happen. We would get that 91 overall power pass, utilize it for the Bo Jackson, and just spend the 200 on the Denzel Ward card, and that way we have a running back. But look, what we would be making would be the 460 plus, instead of his price going all the way down and plummeting once other cards are getting released. So we have other options to trying to get the Denzel Ward for free, the one that's going to be getting released, without even worrying about his 96 by just using the power pass. But the power-up process is what's going to cost. So that's where we're gonna have some issues, and that's what we need to like kind of hammer out right now. Like, what are we really trying to do right here? Do we go back to Bo and just say, you know what, Bo, we forgive you, you garbage, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, all is well? Or do we keep Saquon, take the loss because, you know, it's Saquon Barkley? The issue that we have with everything that's going on right now, to just be completely honest, this guy, Bo Jackson, his archetype makes me rage because they made him bulky and he can't really cut through the holes the way he's supposed to. That's realistically what the issue is with him, and many of you guys agree. Like his archetype, not only the symbol on the top left, but his body in the game is too big. So he's always making contact where he's not supposed to. Now, Saquon, on the other hand, he does, you know, he's able to get in and out of breaks, whatever. But remember, this guy also is a 99 speed, and we have the 95 nat. So we would be getting a card that's suitable to Saquon, but not spending as much right now. Then we would also know, like you see us 223, but we have the nat 95, but we would also then be able to make that 500K back and invest in something else as far as the way the game goes. So you can see people are still actively buying Bo, whether it's for training, whatever it's for, people are still actively buying him. I don't see him used as much as I did when he first was released, but just keep in mind, he was the first 99 like easily cammed running back. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something that I want to put out there. We may have to rage sell Saquon because 99 speed, it's whatever we think in our mind that it is. Let's just be honest about it. Is it real? Is it fake? I don't know what it is, bro. Will we get caught by the fattest lineman to ever walk out of a Popeye's chicken house? Yes, we would. And we would have 99 speed with 99 XL, but at this point right now, I'm not even worried about it. We have to accept certain things. And the things that we have to accept is these kind of things that are going on right now, we got to be able to make the most logical moves. So the only thing that would be saving us as far as getting rid of Saquon is that 91 to 92 would make the actual power-up path for Denzel Ward a lot easier. So we wouldn't only get his highest card for free, we could actually go through the power-up process, get that all done for free, get rid of Saquon, spend 161, upgrade Bo Jackson, and just have him there chilling. You see what I'm saying? Because it doesn't really, like, is Saquon that dude where it's like, oh my God, like he's raw? He's decent, but at this point right now, it looks like with the way everything is going, that running backs are going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot more running backs being put out. So that's something that I would highly consider. You know, even though we like Saquon and everything, I would highly consider it for us to kind of objectively look at it and see what makes sense to us before we just outright go and just start doing whatever we want, because that's going to be a very, very important move going forward. Now, Deion Sanders, do we already have the 97 power pass? Who are we using the 97? Oh, we're using it on Eric Dickerson. All right, so now look, this is the other situation right now. With Eric Dickerson, right, we can also get Deion Sanders for free by not waiting for his card as soon as he drops. Now, he's going to probably be more than what this Eric Dickerson card is at this current moment. So let's check out what his price is actively. All right. Do I think his price will go up from 440? Probably not. It's going to stay around the same rate. I do want to, you know, point out to you guys that this guy starts off enraged and he's at 440. So Saquon's price right now is probably something that we should actually do and get rid of, because for me, is he doing anything spectacular for me where it's like, oh my God, this guy is like a stud? He's not. And if I told you guys that, I would be lying. So that doesn't make any sense. But this guy right here, we could actually kind of swap the fees. You see what I'm saying? We could take the 97 overall power pass from this guy, we give it to Deion, we go ahead and we sell Saquon, we get that money, okay? We upgrade, Bo Jackson back up to where he's at, let him sit there. Because realistically speaking, when Bo Jackson gets his next card, it's gonna be way, way, way OP, because they're gonna have to up all the other numbers. So pretty much he'll be a cheaper Saquon for us, because whatever that overall rating is, we probably would, if they release him around this time, he's probably gonna be like a 97. I don't know if they'll make him a gold 99 because they kind of jit Deion by making him a 97. So would they then turn around and make Bo Jackson be a gold 99? Like, I don't know what they're doing. It doesn't, because all that means is that we have to wait again for Deion Sanders to get another card, which is kind of ridiculous if you think about it. With other cards having gold 99s, you might as well just give the man a gold 99 card. I understand that you have the night train and you want to kind of like phase it out, but what are we going to do now? You're just going to release the card in itself, 99 overall, and give us another card that we have to then go buy in addition to the other? Like, it's just too many cards, bruh. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, he should be eligible to be a 98 to go to 99 in his power-up path. At this time, we have to assume that he will not be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if they're going to do something to make him be a gold 99, but it doesn't make any sense because we see what the 97s do as far as Eric Dickerson goes. Is he chem to a 99? Yes, but he's not a gold 99, which means that it's leaving an opening for more gold 99s or golden tickets and the +2, you know, upgrades or whatever that really doesn't really add up on the card. You know the whole situation, guys. Everybody knows what's going on. Dudes add a +1, +2 here, and it just doesn't make any sense. Now, let's go ahead and like kind of get focused, because the more that I look at it, like I said, some of you guys probably already answered why Denzel Ward is probably going to be a must-have right now. This is where it gets difficult, right? Say you guys are right and they got the rights for Charles Woodson, and we go through all of this, and you know, we put together the Denzel Ward and all that stuff, and we're like, yo, what's good? If that happens, you're still not going to lose. I'm going to tell you why. Denzel Ward is a very unique card, because realistically, he's actually better than Deion Sanders. And a lot of that is because EA Sports doesn't respect Deion Sanders' press. Now, I looked over a couple comments, and many of you guys get it, because you actually watched Deion play. Deion didn't play off. And if he did, it wasn't very often. And yet still, he wasn't able to get burned. So that has to say something about his press rating. Now, was he physically holding a guy? He wasn't physically holding and manhandling a guy like, let's say, Mel Past the Blunt or these other corners that are more physical up front. He wasn't holding them, but he was on them, on the line. And they couldn't do anything off the break. And I'm talking about Jerry Rice. I'm talking about the, you know, greatest wide receivers of all time. Michael Irvin, these guys were going at it, and he was up on them. So realistically, in a perfect world, Deion Sanders should have a higher than 83 press. But we're not in a perfect world. We're in EA Sports world. So they're going to give, his press is going to be a lot lower. So when you look at where it is right here, and you see that he gets chemmed up +3, the Denzel Ward is actually going to go to 98, which is similar to Night Train Lane. Now, the reason that I point that out is because many of you guys notice, when I press people, Night Train Lane actually physically press them with that press rating. Deion Sanders won't make an attempt to press. He'll just hover. You know what I'm saying? Like, he won't try to like get physical. He'll just hover. And then it's very, very difficult to beat him over the top, obviously, because we have him chemmed up to a 99 speed and a 99 acceleration. But Denzel Ward is going to be a card that can be chemmed also with the same speed, but has a 98 press. So he will physically press people. So that's going to be something we have a lot to discuss. I know it's like a lot for you guys to think about, but that's what I've been trying to figure out, because we have to make sure that whatever we choose to do, it has to make logical sense. And if it doesn't, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So as far as Denzel Ward and people trying to go through and do the sets for, you know, back with the most feared, I don't think that it's something smart to do. And I'm going to pretty much tell you why. With the way everything goes, right? Like, putting together 95 items that are necessary for it right now, and doing everything that's needed, it's kind of ridiculous the way this program was to begin with. They did, you know, I got to give them credit. They gave us a lot of ways to get the crafting materials through house rules and stuff. But 95, it's like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So then you would need another 40 of the other thing, because that's skill, and then you need the actual speed. So then you would have to go through and actually craft the materials using the other cards. Look, I don't like the more involved, ridiculous things like that, where it's like, yo, bro, let's go ahead and craft. Like, I'm not trying to craft stuff, bruh. Like, seriously, I'm trying to put together whatever, and I'm good. I'm not trying to do all that. Like, everything that's going on is just like, come on, man. But look, the skill materials, all right, if you had a decent amount of them, you know, if you were able to put together 55, right? So you need 55, 70 to 74 overalls. All right. Do we have that? Let's check. What do we got there? 144. All right. So theoretically, just hear me out, right? If we wanted to do this, exchange 170, 74. I just showed you what we needed. The skill, I think we need 55, right? And then we need, you know, obviously 40 to get the 95. So we would need the skill materials. So now exchange 5 times of this to earn a fantasy pack containing 5 times skill crafting materials. It's the same exact thing. It's just easier to do it this way than going 1 at a time here. So this is all the skill. You could do it less, and you can make the 55 of the skill that's necessary, right? Now, the crafting materials fantasy, you get 1 of these, right? So you gotta go 25, bro, this right here, dog, like, look, for every 25, you get 5. So you gotta do this 8 times. So whatever that amounts to, 8, that's 0.4, like, bro, that's like 200. Bro, listen, man, you got to do, you need 200 cards, 75 to 79, to get the speed part of it. Now, look, listen, if you wanted to go through this, I wouldn't knock your hustle, bro. All I'm saying to you is, how do you want to do it this way, or do you want to take the power up pass of the cards that you already have? I've already convinced myself that I don't care about Saquon Barkley. So if you guys see, we would need, like, what would we need? 11 more? We would need 11 more to actually do this. So if you wanted to actually do this, this would be something that you could do to get that set complete. Because we have so many of these cards and we're not doing anything with it. So we could make that, we could make the Denzel Award, just make it a lot easier on ourselves to do it that way. But again, it's all about how, you know, what do we want to do with it? Because again, I don't think that Saquon is living up to what it is. And I do believe that he is going to eventually drop in price wildly. You know, I don't know, bro. You know, 40 of these, 55 of that, we have enough of it to do it. It's just, like I said, it requires a lot of cards. So I'm just giving you guys another option. If you guys have a lot of stuff in your binder and you don't even want to deal with utilizing your power pass on it, that's another way you can go about doing it. Would I can't even say I'm going to do it. I know I have a lot of cards in there. You guys be laughing at me like, yo, bro, Gmias, you got mad stuff in your binder. Like, what are you doing? You're a hoarder, dog. Like, but bro, I always try to wait it out to see exactly what's going on before I make the move. Because I have to make sure just of everything else that's going on. Because look, think about it. If we make that card and we sell, you know, Saquon, and then we still have that power pass, we don't have to pay for both. So now we eliminate a lot of the things, and then you start to realize that, oh, okay, now I see how this guy is able to keep his currency up and, you know, make these type of moves, because it's easier when you have items because you play the game a lot and you do your daily objectives to kind of accumulate a lot. And our item binder is filled with a lot of things. So realistically, we would be, you know, emptying our binder suitably if we were to complete that set. So that might work out for us. I just want you guys to understand it's very, very important that we decide and make that decision as soon as possible. Because again, his price at 4, whatever it is, I don't know how long it's going to stay there. If they turn around and release Barry Sanders or something, would his price still stay above 400K? Yes, it would. Because Saquon Barkley, his agility, all that stuff, he'll still be outrageous. But what if they give Barry Sanders human joystick? You see what I'm saying? That's when it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? Because if you look at Saquon Barkley's card, even though he has all that agility, they're being very, very careful about giving the running backs human joystick, because once they give it to you, it's a wrap. It's over, bro. The game's over. Once they give the running backs human joystick, everybody's going for that, you know, because it's just so much fluidity with it. Like if you play against Tyreek Hill, Josh Cribbs, these guys, Dante Hall, you know, if you try to go up there and try to hit stick them, if you're not precise, it's going for 6. And they're picking your moms up, and they're probably going to do some things that you don't like, you know, like with her, dog. Like, it's going to get bad. So these are some of the thoughts that I've been thinking about as far as how we're going to do it. With my situation, with the amount of items that I have, it would be absolutely ridiculously done for me, because I can go through all of that even if I don't buy his card now. And for whatever reason his price goes up, I can still put all those cards together and make that Denzel Ward, and still go get Bo Jackson for cheaper and have Saquon if I wanted to keep Saquon. But I think that we're probably going to have to raid sell Saquon eventually. All right, so that's the thought process right now. I hope I've given you guys a lot of information about it. Deion Sanders most likely is going to be the guy that we're going to use the 97 overall pass on, because I think it would be smart to get him for free and just have another 99 overall corner just wreaking havoc. And then we'll put Denzel Ward in the slot. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll figure out where we're going from there. So we have a lot of things coming. Obviously, if you guys, you know, have any feedback, questions, comments, you guys know what to do. Tweet at me, GmiasWorld. You got Facebook, GmiasWorld, Instagram, GmiasWorld, and then obviously right here, you know, we could definitely, you know, chop it up, get some conversation going about it. But I got a lot of thoughts that's going on right now, and all of our teams are about to get a crazy push. Just stay tuned. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. Don't forget to answer the question that I asked earlier, which probably people already did. So the winner will get the love and the heart directly from me. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.